When life gives you lemons, they were probably stolen from the neighbors. Welcome, friends. Today I'm going to talk about how I wrote the song Lemons. This is a song that came up really quickly in my mind. I was very inspired because my neighbor has this beautiful, actually two beautiful lemon trees that are actually right behind me. Let's see if you can see them. And they're so full of lemons that I was just like, I think I want to pick some. I don't know if they will notice, but obviously the dog noticed and was barking, so there's that. I got inspired to write a song because then afterwards, when I had picked all these lemons, the neighbor came out later and was like, just take them, it's okay, like, you can have as many as you want. And that got me thinking about writing a song about lemons. It came to me all at once, like the song So Many Birds came to me all at once because I saw birds on a rooftop and thought, oh, that's a song. I haven't written a funny song in a long time. A lot of my recent songs have been like kind of like introspective and like feelings based, and I thought, well, it's time to write a silly song. I started this song by making a list of all the parts of a lemon and sayings that have to do with lemons. You know, of course, the classic, when life gives you lemons, low-hanging fruit, peel, zest for life, seedy situation, and then I juicy with a question mark, gone sour, pith of the matter, and that's kind of what I started with. I actually kind of started running out of ideas after a little while, so I went online and I searched for fruit puns, and it was a little disappointing because everything that was there was something I'd already written down. I searched for types of lemons, and then I got the idea for like the word Meyer to be like admire, like admire, Meyer lemons. I wrote this in an AABA form. I can't believe I was able to squeeze this many puns into a 16-line song. Pretty proud of that. Puns are not funny unless they're incidental. I kind of pride myself on that with making puns. Like, I'm really, really good at finding a word that fits in the situation that can be twisted to something else that someone's talking about. That's what makes puns funny. Like, puns are not funny if they're out of the blue and it's just like, oh, admire, Meyer lemon, I get it. It has to be in the context of something. That's a fun game for me to play. It's a fun writing exercise for me. So, let's go through the words. Feeling sticky like my life had gone sour. I looked up from my yard, and standing tall like a tower was a tree so full of lemons that the branches bent to droop. That was a hard one to find. I knew that I would have to pick this low-hanging fruit. Second section. Peeled myself out of my chair to get the picker. With a newfound zest for life, I pulled the fruit, but here's the kicker. The neighbor dog started barking. He didn't citrus all the clatter. It was a seedy situation, and that's the pith of the matter. I don't know if the pith of the matter is actually an expression, but it feels like it is, so I'm just going to keep that in there. B section. So many juicy lemons in the tree. The time is ripe to pick them all for free. But wait, there's the neighbor stepping out. Development in the story. That's a B section. It's always like the development. She said, take all the lemons. We have too many. I think that's a satisfying B section. I had to do some research into this. I actually searched like 3 different web pages to find types of lemons. It turns out that there's only Meyer and other, pretty much. But then I found a page that had like different types of lemons, and then one of them is called Eureka, which is actually a town where I used to live in like north coast of California, like almost to Oregon. And then Escondido is also a kind of lemon that's like almost to the southern end of California. I think that's a big span of area. So that's this line. From Eureka to Escondido, there's so much to admire about this noble fruit that is so easy to acquire. Squeezing all the juice and taking all that you can savor. When life gives you lemons, they were probably stolen from the neighbor. Yeah, I had the last line in my mind for the whole entirety of the song because I just thought, like, if it were to be anywhere else, it would be too easy. It's gotta be like the punchline. So that's the words. Really straightforward. There was no like inner battle happening with this song except for just finding as many puns as I could. So let's get to the music part using little ukulele. I decided to make it a very accessible progression this time. So I started with C chord and then A minor. And then a little different, here's F, D minor, and then F, G7, C, F, G7, C, F, G7, C. So I like to make the progression pretty slow for the beginning part of a verse, and then as things develop, they get a little bit faster one thing at a time. That's satisfying for me to listen to and for me to write. It kind of brings a forward motion to it. So that's the A section. I do that 3 times. And then the B section, in the second A section, I actually go C, C7, so I change key, and then I go to F. F, and G minor in lieu of C7. G minor is like the same function as C7 in this case, but I just like the sound of... I really like that sound. As opposed to... which is really common. So I did that. So I go F, G minor, F. And I do it again. F, G minor, F. And then last minute I go G7. And then back to C. C, G7, C. And C, F, G7, C. And that's it. I'm pretty sure I wrote the song in like an hour and a half. I think I spent the most time trying to find more lemon puns. But it turns out I had a head start because I realized after the first time I brainstormed this that it actually was not the first time that I've brainstormed lemon puns before. One of the biggest lessons I learned from my mom, hi Mom, one of the biggest lessons I learned from her is that when you feel your feelings, it's also really important to laugh at weird things that happen. Like, just, you know, there's just so many lemons. I just didn't want them to go to waste. Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna, like, have all these now. Thank you so much for watching again. I will see you in the next video. I hope if you enjoy these songwriting process videos, please let me know by commenting or liking, and subscribing would be cool too if you like all kinds of things musical. Until next time, stay mindful, stay musical, stay out of trouble.